There's a big wire hanging over your body from the
Go
claymore.
ahead. Go ahead and camp that. I will take free kills all day.
Where is he?
Oh! Collateral!
What?
Wow! So you probably don't want to be camping the bomber when you know there's a bunch of noob snipers up in the foothills, because you'll often get collateraled. But what's going on, guys, in the works? And I got a little overexcited about that collateral, and I actually thought it was a pretty funny clip. But we are using one of my favorite weapons in the game today, the SRR-61, also known as the Intervention, which is actually a very, very popular rifle among weapon enthusiasts. And it's actually considered to be one of the most accurate long-range rifles in the world, so it's no mystery that it is such a solid weapon here in Battlefield 4. But right off the bat, what makes the SRR-61 so good? Well, it's actually two things that combine together to make this weapon so good, and that is the lack of bullet drop and the fast muzzle velocity. Now, if you're going to look at all the weapons, you'll notice that this actually has the 4th highest muzzle velocity out of the bolt-action snipers. The M98B shoots 650, I believe the FYJS shoots around 640, and then you've got the SRR-61, which shoots 620 meters per second. So what really makes this stand out over the M98B? Well, it's the bullet drop. They've actually changed the way the game works a little bit in terms of bullet drop. You actually have to factor in a separate statistic now, which calculates how quickly a bullet's going to drop over range. The number assigned to the SRR-61 is 5, tied with the FYJS for the lowest in the game. So that means when you shoot this thing, the bullet drop is going to be very, very predictable because there's not a lot of it. In contrast, if you were using like the M40, which I consider to have a lot of bullet drop, it'll be very, very difficult to hit long-range targets. Now, one of the ways that a lot of people have compensated with that is the fact that you can now zero your scope in Battlefield 4, which definitely makes things a little bit easier, but when you're sniping on the fly, you don't always have time to calculate, how far away people are. And if you're not using a rangefinder, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to figure out how far away the target is. But with the SRR-61, you don't have to think about that a lot of times. Like, for instance, I'm sniping these guys off the rooftops here, and this is a really good little example of how I like to play this type of sniper rifle, because it's not super great as the aggressive role because it has a slow bolt pull. It's not really made for aggressive style recon. Can you do it? Absolutely. But I think if you're going to do aggressive style recon, you want to stick to like the M40 or the Scout Elite or even the FYJS, because they're better suited in a close range role. Whereas with the Intervention here, it's a lot easier to play the middle range to long range engagements because that's what it excels in. So, for instance, right here I'm playing on Flood Zone, Obliteration. I'm kind of just holding down the center of the map. I'm not really, doing the rooftop camping style because that's not really my thing. But I'm countering all the people who are trying to do that, which makes it a lot easier on my team to focus on the objective. Because, if I was to run in there and grab the bomb and try to run with it, probably not the best kit for that. But whereas when you're holding down the center of the map, you're making yourself useful for the other team, you can actually have a lot of success with some of the sniper rifles. Do you have to play smart? Absolutely, because you are using a weapon that is a very precision-based weapon. If you miss, you leave yourself open to take the next shot. A lot of times when I'm playing with this, I don't use the bipod, though. A lot of people are like, well, if you're using it at medium-long range, shouldn't you use the bipod? Which, in the first clip I showed you at the beginning of the video, I was using the bipod because I was trying to get some longer range snipes on people. Whereas with this, I'm moving around a lot. I find the bipod to really just not be that advantageous. You're better off with the straight pull bolt so you can quickly get that follow-up shot. And that also becomes very useful when you get caught off guard. Like right here, I get overrun by a few people, and I actually can hear this guy coming around the corner, so I'm going to patiently wait on him. Oddly enough, I'm actually going to get one of the biggest surprises in this actual video, is the dude just pops up out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the heck? So I have to give him the knife. I mean, if I would have shot him there, that other guy probably would have known I'm coming, but apparently they were communicating because he does turn around and pop me right there. Ends a pretty good run there. I consider that a good run here on Obliteration, starting the game at 15-0. But like I said, the straight pull bolt will allow you to make follow-up shots a lot quicker. You see me getting taxied here in the helicopter trying to take out some rooftop snipers here on Conquest, and I'm able to get a lot of quick follow-up shots there and take those guys out. Unfortunately, I do miss the rooftop, but it actually becomes a blessing in disguise because I'm able to pick off a few people here during this clip. But I will say this. If you look at the statistics of the weapons, my top 3 favorite weapons in the sniper rifle class are the M98B, the SRR-61, and the Scout Elite. Now, a lot of people really do enjoy using the FYJS. I've seen a lot of people claim that, it's the best all-around sniper rifle in the game, but my main hesitation with it is the fact that it does not hold any damage whatsoever. And even though it does have a faster bullet velocity than the SRR-61 with the same amount of bullet drop, the fact that it does lose its damage over range is what hurts it. I think that's what hurts it from being on par with this weapon. So if you're looking to do medium to long range sniping, look no further than this rifle. This is your go-to. I mean, I've got almost, I think, 270 kills with this weapon, which is a lot considering I don't do a ton of sniping. And a lot of my sniping has been mixed among the other rifles just to try them out and experiment with them. But when it's all said and done, I always find myself coming back to the SRR-61 just because I do enjoy it the most. So try it out. It's definitely the most annoying sniper rifle. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this have been cringing the entire time because you get one-shotted by it all the time. And that's because the zeroing mechanic and the fact that it has no bullet drop can get very, very annoying. But definitely a very powerful weapon here in the game. But if you missed my past videos, here's a chance to catch up, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.